You're a terrible driver.
Well, at least I don't roll through stop signs like you.
Oh, fudge off. Hey, look, there's someone over there.
Yeah, they're fishing. They probably don't want to be disturbed.
Come on, I know you want to go over there. She's probably one of your little girlfriends.
You're the one screwing around people.
Oh, please.
Screwing around people, what the hell?
Hey, my name is Forsythe, and this is Bailey. What's your name? You'll have to forgive my husband. We're in the middle of a little argument. He has a bit of a temper sometimes.
He's crazy.
I mean, have a good one.
You're the one who cheats on me on every opportunity.
You cheat too, so I don't want to hear it.
You've done it so many times.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police, who investigate crime, and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
What is your name?
Bailey Forsythe.
What was your relation to Corey Forsythe?
She was my wife.
How would you explain your relationship?
You know, everything was perfect.
Honey, I'm home.
Hey babe, how was work?
It was, What have you been up to?
Just chilling, playing with the dog, watching some TV.
Well, I made a special stop before I came home. I got you a little something.
Oh, what is this?
I know your old one broke, so.
Awesome! That's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it, darling.
Go get some batteries for this.
All right. Sorry.
Was your relationship always so nice?
No, there was one night we were at home watching our favorite show, Law and Order, and be right back.
Do you want me to pause it?
No, you're fine. You can keep watching.
Okay.
Hello.
What is he doing?
What?
Who are you talking to?
That's nobody. It's just a work call.
An old client. Yeah, it's probably someone you're screwing on the side.
Hey, I'm not the one that's screwing people, bitch.
Excuse me?
You're the one that's always going screwing people.
I'm over here. I made you a nice ass dinner, and now here you are calling someone to cheat on me again.
Yeah, but you cheat too. I don't want to. You didn't have to do
Because I am
that.
so done with all of your shit. Everything is always your fault.
It's not my fault that you're screwing people. What are you doing?
You're the one who's ruining our marriage.
You're the one that's screwing people. Stupid bitch. Coming.
Alright, so can we come in? Check everything out?
You threw a freaking mug at me.
What are you
I'm
doing?
bleeding.
You're supposed to stay back there.
I'm bleeding.
I don't care. You're supposed to stay back there.
Freeze! Put your arms behind your back and turn around. You're under arrest.
Why do you do that so tight? Jeez.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be decided for you.
Hey, so I know we had a big fight and all, and I just think that we need to start over again. So,
You
I got
a
us a
dog?
little someone. This is Bernard.
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 Oh, he's so
He's our new
cute.
baby.
How was your relationship after the incident?
You know, we had a few fights here and there, like normal, but it wasn't as bad as the last one.
What's up, guys? Hey, Jordan. time with Jordan, right?
Yeah, I remember.
How are you, Bailey?
Hi, Jordan.
So, how's Bernard?
He's so cute. He's been doing so good at his classes lately.
So good. I'm so proud.
Yeah. Do you maybe want to go out sometime and like just have a girls' night?
Of course.
That would be. Hey.
You guys are always hanging out together.
Yeah.
We're best friends.
So?
It's all right,
We're like
Bailey.
lovers.
Oh, shut up.
What was that about?
I don't know. I think he's just getting jealous again. He's been having issues.
Who's Jordan?
It was my wife's best friend.
What is your opinion on Jordan?
No, we don't really get along. I don't really like him. Hangs out with my wife too much.
When was the last time you had contact with Jordan Garcia?
I think it was at the Rattlesnake Cafe.
Hi, welcome to the Rattlesnake Cafe. How can I help you? Can I have a table of 3? My friends aren't quite here yet.
Yeah, wait right here for a sec.
Thank you. Bailey? Bailey Forsythe? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here, Jordan?
I'm trying to enjoy some dinner with my friends. So what are you doing here?
Just on a date, just trying to start again, find love.
This early? Corey just passed.
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
Oh my god, you killed Corey!
What, are you saying that I ran at her with a rock? Can't prove it!
Yes, Afterlife, I have reason to believe that Corey Forsythe's death was no accident. That Bailey Forsythe, her husband, he killed her. Yeah. Okay. Look at investigator. Okay, thank you.
What is your name?
My name is Jordan Garcia.
What is your opinion on Bailey Forsythe?
Bailey Forsythe is a lying, manipulative idiot.
Why do you think that?
I have reason to believe that he is responsible for Corey's death.
How so?
About a month prior to Corey's passing, they increased their life insurance policy.
How did you gain this knowledge?
After I saw Bailey Forsythe at Rattlesnake Cafe, I called Afterlife to inform them that Bailey was scamming them, and they hired a private investigator to find evidence in which they found a lot of incriminating evidence.
What sorts of evidence?
Well, for one was when they got their dog.
Hey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? How's Bernard?
He's doing so good.
Here, just sign in real quick.
Yeah.
You okay, Bernard?
Oh, gotta open the pen. I'm a mess.
It's okay. What happened to your eye?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a little accident is all. Yeah.
Did Bailey do that?
No, not at all. No.
If Bailey did that, you need to get out of that unhealthy relationship.
No, I can't. Not while Bailey's alive.
Okay.
Hi. Have fun, Bernard.
Come here, Bernard.
All right. Bye.
My name is Mariah Hall. I am representing the prosecution.
My name is Justice Trejo, and I am representing the prosecution.
My name is Holly Sibber, and I represent the defense. Good morning. My name is Mariah Hall. I am accompanied by my team, Justice Trio, to bring justice to the death of Corey Forsythe. Corey was only 32 years old when her life so tragically ended. Corey was married to Bailey Forsythe, the defendant of this case. Their relationship began with love struck. Everything seemed perfect, but it was not. The arguments grew louder, fights more aggressive, and trust fading till non-existent. Don't get me wrong, they had their happy days. But what resulted from their broken relationship was pain and suffering. Bailey put a knot in the relationship that could not be untangled. He cheated. Cheated on the woman he was supposed to spend his life with. Cheated on someone he claimed he loved. That knot he created forever left a crinkle in their relationship. The relationship was so toxic that during one heated argument, Bailey accused Corey of cheating, and it escalated to glassware being thrown. He grew so furious over something he didn't know, which resulted in him being charged with assault. To try to resolve one of several arguments, Corey Forsythe suggested the two should venture to Poudre River and enjoy a picnic together. Unfortunately, the evening didn't go as planned. Or did it? On the fateful afternoon of June 3rd, 2017, the evening of the picnic, Miss Forsythe's life was brutally taken away. The events that led to her death arise suspicion in whether or not foul play was involved. At this time, I would like to ask the jury to acknowledge all evidence, to view this horrific case not emotionally, but factually, as the prosecution has the burden of proof beyond reasonable doubt. She was a sister, a daughter, a friend, and it is important to seek the truth, to resolve the case and find justice for not only Corey, but all those who knew her. The abundance of evidence is incriminating. Bailey knowingly and intentionally murdered Corey. It is crucial that you look at every piece of evidence and make your best judgment. And so I ask for the verdict of Bailey Forsythe to be guilty. A murderer should not walk these streets free, and Corey's life should not be left unsolved. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and thank you for being here today. My name is Holly Siberite, and I, along with my colleague Garrett Hennigan, represent the defendant in this case. A grieving widower who is being wrongly accused for murdering his wife. Corey Forsythe, Mr. Forsythe's wife, had a life insurance policy with Afterlife Advice Life Insurance Company so that her husband would be taken care of in the instance of her death. Many of us have a life insurance policy for this very reason, to take care for our loved ones after we pass. Oftentimes, in cases like this one, insurance companies find every possible way to avoid keeping their end of the policy. They do not care about this grieving man. They only wish to be selfish. For this case, the defense asked the jury to come back with a verdict of not guilty. On June 3rd, 2017, Corey Forsythe, the defendant's wife, tragically fell into the Poudre River. Corey, being unable to swim, was swept away by the fast-moving current before Bailey could save her. Corey was later found by the police, deceased, and several miles downstream. On behalf of the defendant, I will now outline the evidence of this case as I intend it to be presented. Please keep in mind that the burden of proof in this case is beyond reasonable doubt, which requires that you be 85% sure there was a crime committed. It is important to note that the prosecution will try to paint my client as a heartless, greedy husband who simply wanted a quick payoff. But I want to ask you, how would you feel if a loved one was taken without notice? The pain, the grief that would weigh you down every hour, every minute, every waking second of the day. Would you want to be here? Being falsely accused of murdering your spouse or a loved one while dealing with this tragedy? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe my client is innocent and that he should not be here on trial for something he did not do. He should be at home, being comforted by loved ones in the time of this great tragedy. I ask you to keep in mind that the burden of proof in this case is beyond reasonable doubt, and that the defense asks for a verdict of not guilty. As I close, I ask you to ponder this question throughout this trial. Are you willing to send a grieving widower to jail for the murder of the very woman he is grieving? Thank you for taking time to hear this trial.
Please call your first witness to the stand.
Our first witness that we will call will be Pat Nunn.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
What is your name and please spell it for the record?
My name is Pat Nunn, Patnunn.
What do you do on your free time?
I like to do a lot of stuff, but I really like to go fishing.
Where do you fish?
Mostly Poudre River. I found a really, really good spot that I go to after my runs.
How would you describe Poudre River?
Oh, geez. I mean, it's really desolate and the water moves really fast and it's very, very rocky.
Were you at Poudre River on June 3rd, 2017?
Yeah, I was.
Can you describe that day for me?
Well, I was just sitting there, fly fishing, having a good old time by myself, what I like to do. And then it was just super weird. Like, I don't know, this couple came up to me who they later introduced themselves as Corey and Bailey.
How would you describe them?
Well, I just know that when they were like walking towards me, I could hear fighting and like bickering, kind of arguing. And yeah, it was a very like strange encounter. Normally people don't just come up and introduce themselves to you.
Could you tell what they were arguing over?
Well, when Corey introduced her husband to me, she just told me that he was really aggressive and it was weird.
What were you feeling or thinking at this point?
Just how uncomfortable I was and like, I don't know, I was just fishing and they were in my way.
Why do you consider it to be strange?
I mean, like I said, I was just sitting all alone, minding my own business, and then they just like came up and were like, hi. And it was like, what?
How else would you describe Bailey and Corey?
Well, they surely didn't seem like they were in love, but I don't know, I guess maybe it was just a fight. I guess couples do that.
Can you describe how she looked familiar?
Well, I have a cousin Leo, and I could have sworn that that was her and that she was married to him, but I'm not sure. But my cousin Leo did tragically pass in an accidental death, which my family swears that it was her that did it, so.
How did he die?
Just an accidental death. I don't recall the events.
Why did they think that?
Just because, I mean, I don't think they had the best relationship and, I don't know, they could all swear that she did it.
Okay, no further questions, thank you.
You were fishing at the Poudre River on June 3rd, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You know Bailey Forsythe, correct?
Yeah, he was married to my cousin Lee.
But you didn't know Lee very well, correct?
Well, we were cousins and I like knew of him through my family, but
You guys weren't that close?
yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
say so.
Did you see exactly what happened on June 3rd?
Well, I mean, I just heard a bunch of screaming, and so I ran there, and when I ran there, Corey had already fallen into the river. And so I was freaking out, you know? I didn't know what to do. I was screaming, and Bailey was calling 911, and she said that Corey was dead, but we didn't know that for sure.
But you didn't see the actual incident occur?
No.
Okay, nothing further.
Defense, call your first witness to the stand.
We call Bailey Forsythe. Please state your name and spell it for the record.
Bailey Forsythe, Bailey Forsythe.
Had you been married prior to Corey?
Yes, I was married once before Corey.
To who?
Her name was Lee.
For how long?
I don't recall how long.
What happened to her?
She died tragically while we were four-wheeling.
How did you pay for the funeral?
She had a life insurance policy, but it barely covered funeral costs.
How much was that?
I don't recall the exact number.
What is your life insurance policy regarding Corey's life?
I'm pretty sure it's a $500,000 policy. with a double payout for accidental death.
How much money will you receive?
I think like 1 million.
Did you ever increase or decrease this policy?
We both went in to increase it once when we had enough money.
How much did you increase it to?
We increased it from 250 to 500,000.
Can you describe the events that took place on June 3rd, 2017?
Yeah. So we had an argument the night before, and Corey sent me a message saying that she was sorry and that she wanted to make up and go on a picnic together, and that she'd found this great place near the Poudre River. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And we went out. We were kind of having a little bit of an argument, but it was nothing super serious. And then we passed by some guy that was fishing. I think he said his name was Pat. And then after we walked past from Pat, we continued to argue a little bit. And I went away to the side of the river just to kind of collect myself and calm myself. And then I looked up and Corey was coming at me with a rock, and I ducked and she slipped and fell into the river.
Okay, no further questions.
The jury has concluded the verdict of Bailey Forsythe to be not guilty of first-degree murder.
Yes!